Hey sewing friends, welcome to another episode of Sequin Girly Creates. Today's episode is a bit of a sewing chatty catch up. What have I been making? But also, where have I been? So I will talk about what I'm wearing in a minute because it is one of the things I have finished this week. There's been a lot of talk in the sewing community about whips or UFOs, so works in progress, things that we haven't finished. And since my tidy up, I had a nice tidied folded pile of things that I paused to do my ban and my tidy up. So I then, once I started sewing again, finished things. So this was one of the things which I'll talk about in a minute, and we'll talk about some other things. Just show you my earrings, and if you can see them, they are jellyfish. I got myself a Sapphire Frills subscriber box where you get 2 pairs of earrings. They're gorgeous, lots of gorgeous jewellery on there. So if you're looking for something different and interesting, she's just done a She Sells Seashells drop as well. Beautiful, lots of lovely things. So I will link her website below. So let's start with other things I finished before I talk about this one. So I did finish, and I think I may have shown this to you a bit before. So this is Bertha Cardigan number 2. And I'm pretty sure I showed you because this is the little Johnny French Terry here, and then I've got French Terry and on the back, and I have finished it now because I've actually put the French Terry on the cuffs like this. I did make a mistake the first time and had that bit on the outside, had to cut it off and do it again, but by the time I got to the second one I was fine, and I like that sturdiness of that colour and it just bringing it all together. So that's second one finished, and there was a third one which is also finished as well. So this is the green fabric that's the same as the blue fabric. So did all the main things, but instead of doing the green plain cuffs I went for this cuff and then decided to do it for the front band. Now there wasn't quite enough, so this is when sewing friends are great because you talk about what to do, and I actually did the green between the 2 joins where the arms join, so it fits perfectly because you've got the join that goes up, so it looks like a correct section. And so at the back you just see the green, and then at the front you've got the nice bit down here. I will put photos of these in, and I'm really happy just to have that. It's just interesting. Now I am a little bit about the fact that here, see that little nodule there, because obviously as the overlocker squeezes it, sometimes that happens. It didn't happen on the blue one, but it did happen on this one, and it's happened on that side as well. So I am tempted just to get just to hand stitch it behind, and the same on this one, just get a few bit of green and just do a little hand stitch and stitch it in like that, so then it will just fold in there. So I think I'm going to do that because although I'm not a sewing perfectionist, there are certain things that when it's just not quite, because that will always notice when I'm wearing it, and I will always notice it, so just want to do a little fix on that. So finish those 2, and then I finally finished something that has been hanging around for a while, and all it needed was a hem on the bottom and buttons on the front. So the buttons are done. Can you see them there? And I've hemmed it. Now this is a Marilla Walker Nautilus blouse with the sleeves, and I actually slimmed the sleeves down on this one, and I did pink cuffing. I think I talked about it before, might have talked about it in my Romy Lantersea blouse episode. It's done, and I decided piping rather than cuffing on the bottom, and yeah, it's done. So there'll be a picture of that coming in for slightly cooler weather than we've got right now. I am right now working on a pair of shorts. I'm going to try the chanterelle pants as shorts. So I've made 2 pairs of trousers, really like them. Quite interesting, there's a separate pattern piece for the shorts, so fingers crossed it's going to be all right. So working on that and working on my proper pair, my first proper pair of the Saguero pants. So I made a toile in a pink, which I'll put a picture of in here, that I cropped because I just feel sometimes it's nicer to have your ankles out this time of year. So now I'm making a full length pair in a Nerida Hansen fabric that I got a while ago. So they're in progress, and I'm in progress with a Saphir pant, and I've got all the pieces now for the Pietra pant. So still lots of trousers being sewn in the background. You might remember that I mentioned that I had bought some of the Crafty Pie fabric. I think I put pictures in on one of my Sunday Shows catch up. Well, the ones I bought from the Fabric Beehive were here. Now please excuse that they are crumpled because I've already washed them. So this in my head I thought was a French Terry. It's not, it's a jersey, which is fine because it is gorgeous and I love it, and it's got really good stretch and doesn't go white when you stretch it. I was thinking it might be a jersey to make like a French Terry, because I could make a cardigan or a jumper with like a solid, but it is a jersey. So I am thinking like with a raglan you could do like one of these as a solid for the sleeves or solid band for the cuffs, or maybe a stripe or a polka dot. I do like playing with contrast and things. It is a really nice fabric though, and I love green, so very nice quality. This is in 3 colourways. There's like a peachy orange and a pinky colour. It is that classic sort of retro floral. And then the other one that I got was the gingham check, and this is viscous. It's going to be dreamy trousers. Can't wait to make these into a trouser. It's which one once I've got when I've tried all the patterns. It's a lovely drapey viscose, and yeah, that's going to be dreamy summery spring trousers. Might have enough for a top. I think I got 2 meters, but it just depends on what top you do and whether you colour block it with something as well. And then something happened to fall in the basket when I ordered this as well, which was this like bubblegum gingham, which is really nice as well. That is summer trouser fabric too, but might make a dress with it because it is very nice, isn't it? So yeah, not so much buy with intention there, but just they look really lovely together as well. Actually, look at those together. That's a great combo together, isn't it? So let's talk about what I'm wearing. So I'm really sorry that I keep talking about the Marilla Walker Nautilus, because at the moment I can't find it anywhere available. I've even tried to contact her because sometimes when something's out of print you can share it with other people. So if anyone has found a way to contact her, because she came off Instagram and things, because she does illustrations as well. I think she just decided to do different things in life. There are a few versions of her patterns kicking around places like Minerva and things, but it's annoying, isn't it, when you're talking about a pattern that other people can't get. But what I would say to you is any kind of top that's like this, so the nail top, there's lots of like, you've got like, you could use the Friday Pattern Company square neck top, all those sorts of things. And there is a previous episode where I do link to some other ones. And I just added a skirt. So it's any top that you like, you could add a skirt to. So about a week or so ago, I put a poll up asking people's advice on this binding or a this rickback or a different like ribbon I had, and I went for this, and I did just so it's poking out again, and I actually did the same poking out technique on the bottom of the skirt, and I'm really happy to do that because it picks out this yellow here. So thank you people who commented. So this is a Madras fabric. I bought this one from Simple Life Fabrics, but Madras is around in various shops. Fabrics Galore have got some colours. I just love it. It is like 80s dreams to me, this type of fabric. So picture will go in here of the full thing. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going to cut to me in a minute somewhere I went, because I always love to show you things when I went somewhere. And of course a purchase was made. I didn't go to the Festival of Quilts this year I would have loved to have gone, and I was invited to meet up with people, and I know that some of you are waiting for dates for in-person and virtual socials. The reason that I haven't done those dates, and the reason that I haven't gone to things like the Quilting Festival, is we are at a point at the moment with several family members of wellness that means it's hard to make plans. My family on both sides are very private, so I don't like to overshare. However, I did pop a little message on Instagram the other day because I don't want people to think I'm just ignoring them or I'm not telling people what's going on, and I appreciate that everybody's very respectful and people sent me lovely comments, but I have a family member who's very ill right now and is currently in ICU, and I have another family member who's really struggling as well. And so sewing really helps me in these challenging times, so I will still be coming here to vlog hopefully and to sew, because having something that helps me de-stress is really important, and this is important to help me through these challenging times, and be connecting with you is important too. But I wanted to just say a little something, because then it's not that people think I'm not going to do these things anymore. I am, but I just need to get through a few more weeks before I feel like I can make some plans, and I'm sure some of you have had that bit in your life. So I know that you wouldn't expect me to tell you, and it's not because people have been prying, it's because I really enjoy our community, and I just wanted to give you a little snippet so you knew there was something. But as I say, I will still be sewing and trying not to emotionally shop, because that's difficult, isn't it? But sewing is something that keeps me very grounded, and it really keeps my mind focused. And I don't know about some of you out there, but sewing for me is such a great self-help tool for me, because when I am sewing with some movie or YouTube on in the background, my mind gets into this lovely flow, and I just get to have a chance to pause and think. So yeah. Oh, and I realised I didn't tell you about these buttons. I bought these in Brighton in one of the vintage shops. And I'm so happy with those on here. So I'm going to cut now to me doing something. It's just a little bit, and then I cut back to this me again. As a result, I'm back down in my home county of Kent, and I have been spending some time here, and my dad and I just spending a bit of time together in between visits, and we took a little trip to Folkestone today. As a child, I grew up in Kent, and Folkestone was a place we used to go to a lot for the beach, but also for all the rock shops and all that sort of thing. We used to love watching them make it. Well, that part of Folkestone has now been turned into a brilliant independent shop street called the Old High Street, and it's fantastic. There are art shops, home shops, fabric shop, yes, fabric shop. And thank you to Yvette of Blossom Sandwich Stash Hub, who actually mentioned that she'd been there recently. I had forgotten to look to see if the fabric shop was still there, and Miss Ginger's fabric shop and haberdashery is still there, and I will show you her card. There you go. So Miss Ginger's, and she's on Instagram and has a website, and I'm very excited to say she still has a paper copy of the Westcliff dress. So if you are looking for a paper pattern of that dress pattern that I said is out of print, we don't know if they're bringing it back or not, but the Friday Pattern Company, she's still got it. Whether she's still got it when this episode goes out, I don't know. I did pop it on my Instagram stories as well. What a delightful fabric shop it is. She very kindly said I could do a little bit of video inside. Got a good balance of quilting and dressmaking fabrics, Liberty prints, jersey, double gauze, some gorgeous soft cotton like for making shirts, some cheese, some seersucker, just a really nice variety, and haberdashery bits too. So of course it would be rude not to. And it's lovely. I love buying from in-person shops. So let me show you what I got. I bought some cuffing, some pink. I just love this cuffing to have for putting on various things. Very good price in there, £5. And then she has these lovely block prints, lots of different choices. I went for the red and pink stripe with the poppy on. I took what was left. There was 4 meters left. There was a really good selection there. And there we go, there it is. So I tried to buy with intention. I haven't, but I do feel like a lovely pyjama co-ord in that. Saguaro trousers like I'm wearing today maybe, and even the Saguaro top with 4 meters. I'll probably have a little bit left over. It's gorgeous summery type fabric. The sun is out, as you can see, so really want to choose this. I was with my dad and he was asking me which ones do I choose and why. I was explaining to him. And then I picked up this lovely polka dot viscose. It's super soft and drapey, and actually I think these two go really well together, so that would be interesting to make like a sort of a little set with those. Good price variation in the shop as well. And then I grabbed this, which was the last bit on there. There was only 1.4 meters on there. Look at that print. So I already know I'm going to make a Romy lantern sleeve with this, because that will be a perfect transitional piece. Great top, easily wear it with lots of different coloured bottoms there. Would make a nice skirt actually, but it's much easier to make tops with those, I think. So really pleased. Lovely lady who runs the shop. So hello, I said I'd let her know. As I say, great shop to visit. If you're heading down Kent Way, it's a nice place to have a mooch around as well. There is a car park just tucked around the back. I went in a gorgeous shop as well that sold lots of different creators' work in there. And I found these, and actually the lady who made them was stocking up while I was in there. So these are Mirabelle makes, and again they're made in Kent. Look at those, just gorgeous. And she'd only just stocked them up. How delicately done are they? Absolutely beautiful. So if you're looking for somewhere just to go for a little mooch, lovely bakeries, cafes, there's a whole gorgeous shop that was called Not for Humans. Really nice place to head for a visit. And of course Folkestone has a sandy beach too, and some great seafood restaurants. Right, so we're back to me again, and what I've got to say is Rainy Girl summer wardrobe plan pattern thing is definitely coming. It is filmed and I'm editing it, but I just wanted to hop on for a catch up, and so it will come out soon. And thank you for everybody for your great comments on making from my bodysuit for the Busy Bee challenge, and great suggestions on what to do with the shirts. I am busy thinking about what I'm going to do with those, and if you haven't, please go and watch all the other people doing the Busy Bee challenge as well. I hope you get a chance to do something that brings you joy in the next week, and I will catch you again soon. Bye.